The numbers are going up. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. It's All Fish and Chips, the podcast, episode 80. And my name is Thor, and I am ready for a gong-banging good time. With me here in the studio, as always, furiously typing away on his phone over there. He's getting the high score in Flappy Bird. We got Bubby.
How about that apple?
Okay, sure. And then joining us from somewhere deep in the Ozark Mountains on a ham radio, we've got Amanda.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going, Amanda?
Fine.
Fine. Bubby, what are you working on over there?
You don't want to know.
Okay. Now I don't want to know. Traffic and weather on the 8th. It's warming up here in the greater Springfield area. It's going to be like 57 degrees tomorrow or something. I'm put on a swimsuit and just go out and hop in the closest body of water I can find.
It just means I got to work outside.
Yeah. You got to work outside?
We still have our Christmas decorations at church in our backstage. And we have a trailer out down on the field that we go put it in, and it hasn't been warm enough to take it out yet. So I'm going to do that tomorrow.
You got the decorations off your house, though, right?
I don't. Well, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I put my house up. I'm talking about work.
Yeah, I know. I went over to the in-laws' house this weekend, and they still got the Christmas lights on the one tree out front. They're just like, it's too cold. We're not going out there. Do it.
Right.
Amanda's zipping up a body bag. That's how she gets rid of them. Weather's warming up. It's going to be lovely here for at least a little bit of time. The snow's all melted. Exciting times here in the global warming age, and I'm glad for us to be back to global warming.
It's still cold today, though.
It's not too bad. We have a dichotomy of experiences going on here at the podcast studio today. We've got elation and we've got sadness, and that's me and Bubby. Because Bubby's team, the Kansas City Chefs, have once again lucked their way into a win and have wandered themselves just willy-nilly into the Super Bowl.
I don't know if I would call this luck.
You won by like 3 points again.
3 points,
yeah.
But it wasn't like just
you weren't
it wasn't a last minute win.
No, but you weren't also trying to win at any point during that game, it felt
sure
like.
We were.
And then my team, the Washington Commanders.
Oh my goodness, what a game.
Showed up to take a whooping, and take that whooping they did. It was fourth quarter, like right around the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter. My wife goes, there's still plenty of time in the game. You can still come back. And I had to look her in the eye and say, if we scored all the points we've already scored in this game again, we will still be losing. It was the only good thing about that game. Bubba, did you watch the game?
I watched most of it.
Did you see the goal line stand with that one poor gentleman who kept just jumping over everyone?
That's the funniest part of the whole game.
Man, did you watch? I'm assuming you didn't watch the game.
No, I did not.
Okay, so the Washington Commanders are on the goal line. It's like 2 yards. The other team has got 2 yards to go, and they're going to score a touchdown. They're all lined up. And Washington decides to just send a dude over the top. But they're not going to wait for the snap count. They're not going to wait for that ball to be hiked. He's just going to jump over the top. And so they foul him. They give him a penalty. And they line up again. And then here he comes again right over the top. Blah, 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 blah. And so they give him another penalty. But it's only half the distance to the goal line, so you're only 2 away to begin with. So now you're 1, now you're half, now you're just moving in 16th inch increments at that point.
Right.
And so they get lined up again, and blah, 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 here he comes again, just jumping over the top. Like no snap count awareness whatsoever.
No.
So then the refs say, hey, you guys got to quit that out, cut that out, or we're just going to give them the touchdown because you're screwing around.
We're going to give you 6 points.
And so they line up again, and this time he does not jump over the top, although I swear to God I thought he was going to do it. Because he
wish he had.
He made the move like 4 times, but then like it took so long, the rest of the defensive line just fell into the other team, and they got yet another penalty, and then they got yelled at again. And finally, they just scored a touchdown. And
do you think the guy is still employed?
Oh, yeah. Because I'm sure they were telling him to do it. It's not like he was just deciding to do that. Because what's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to move it half an inch. Oh, no. They moved the ball half an inch closer. We weren't going to stop them to begin with because we couldn't stop them all night. So it was a debacle.
Yeah, defense did not show up.
No, defense did not show up, but the penalty makers did. They said, we're going to try to see if we can set our personal best in penalties on this game. So congratulations to Bubby. I am proud of you, buddy.
Thank you.
This is going for the three-peat. You have already won more championship titles than any team in the history of the universe in a row.
Didn't Green Bay win like 3
No,
or 4?
you guys have the record now for the most in a row.
Green Bay had.
And then if you win the Super Bowl, then you definitely got the most of those in a row. So it'll be a big deal. This is just, I don't know what she's doing. She's got a thing going on.
I keep muting it, but then I'm worried you're going to make me talk, so then I unmute it, but I'm still doing things.
Yeah, that's fine.
You talk anytime you want.
Well, while we're talking about
I
talking,
don't have anything to say.
what about Big Stickin'? You're not going to tell me about Big Stickin', Amanda?
I can.
I'd love to hear it.
So I did participate in sports over the week. I went and watched a Nashville Predators hockey game.
Oh, I was hoping for like a field hockey tournament of some kind, but
no, ice hockey.
So they're the Predators. That's pretty well.
Yeah, it's an NFL game. I mean, so it's decent.
NHL?
The team is not decent.
NHL?
That's what I meant.
Okay. I was like,
That's what I meant.
I'm pretty sure I know the NFL and the Predators.
Not on that team.
There might be a team that's that they have deemed the Predators, but they are not actually called the Predators.
I know. I was thinking of all of your talk.
Yep. So NHL.
I pay attention. Mm-hmm.
See, that's the thing with hockey is this is always going on. Like they only stop for like a weekend, and then they're like, all right, we're going again. So
that's what it feels like.
So who were they playing against?
The Sharks, the San Jose Sharks.
San Jose Sharks. Hockey's got some good team names.
Yeah.
The Kraken. That's a pretty good team name. That's what I want to get into.
I'm also pretty sure most of the players were like 12. They at least looked like they were 12.
That's how you can tell that's how you can tell you're getting old, Amanda, right there.
I know, right? I was like,
just a little league team. What's happening?
Did your mom drop you off?
Right? You guys going to get orange slices and Capri Suns after this? What's happening?
Yeah, I think so. Most of them looked real young, especially for the San Jose team.
Oh yeah, the Sharks.
Were they missing any teeth?
The Sharks.
I couldn't tell.
If they were missing them, they grow them right back, Bubby. That's how sharks work. Their teeth fall out, they just get more. They don't have baby teeth or adult teeth. They just got teeth.
But first off, it was a giveaway night. So that was exciting.
Bobblehead?
No. Apparently they're in a bobblehead spree right now, but it's not any of the hockey players.
Okay, it's just
the bobbleheads that they do are Nashville celebrities, like musicians. So like I think
Dolly Parton.
I think earlier in that week,
the head's not the part that bobbles.
But right, they had like Keith Urban, I think, and the next one coming up was Amy Grant and Vince Gill.
Right. So like late 80s, early 90s celebrities.
Well, they're still pretty popular, not in your world, but
Amy Grant, yeah. It's been a while since I've heard from her.
But
Garth Brooks.
But we got
Luke Bryant.
Little beanie hat.
Oh.
Little Predator beanie hat.
You got a hat that just says Predator on it.
No, it doesn't even say Predator. It just says it has the logo. Because I think they're smart enough not to just put Predator on.
Mothers of Springfield. Mothers of Springfield, lock up your sons. A man who's got a Predator hat on.
Right. But anyway, went to the game.
Yep.
It's fun. Hockey's always fun. I think
Hockey
it's
is
probably
always
the
fun.
most fun to watch because it's like it just moves so fast.
I believe there's an inverse relationship between the funness of hockey and the level of hockey. I think the lower down on the level of hockey you go, the more fun it becomes.
Maybe.
But big hockey's still fun.
Yes. So it was a rough game for the Predators. They were not very successful for 90% of the game.
Okay.
But they did come back to win it.
Oh.
And apparently it was the biggest comeback in league history.
Like NHL history?
So, possibly.
Down by 104 goals.
No,
third
it
quarter.
wasn't that bad. It was pretty bad, but maybe it was just them. Maybe it was their franchise history. I don't know.
Okay.
Again,
The 55-23.
don't really pay attention. Just go and have fun. I couldn't tell you the score.
I was going to say, what was the final score? And Amanda's like, I have no idea.
No idea. But they had lost that was the last game of that series, and they had lost every other one. So
doing good.
Nashville's a little excited about it. They won one.
1 out of 5.
Right. But the whole thing I really wanted to talk to you about was that I don't understand, and I may be talking directly to two people who live and breathe this. I don't know.
Okay,
but,
I'm in.
But especially the guys in front of us. No, Buppy, not air.
No, beer.
But
Beer.
especially the guys in front of us who I think were season ticket holders. You could tell that they went a lot.
Professional Predators.
Because they knew all the chants and all the things. But I just don't understand why, super fans of a team, they're always like, what are we doing? Or they're coaching they're a part of the team. And
no, they love to yell some help out there to the ice.
Yeah.
They take ownership. It's taking ownership of the team as a fan.
Yeah, but you can't do anything.
No, they're not listening to you even a little bit. No,
it's your support. You're supporting them.
You feel like you're helping.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
It's like when my cat follows the cleaning ladies around the house because she's helping. Same thing with these guys. They're just like, if I yell this loud enough, they're gonna take my advice seriously, and they're gonna substitute out Markowitz with Shineisky.
Yeah,
I just made both those names up.
Yeah.
They sound very hockey names.
That's what I was trying for.
But even there were some calls, some penalty calls on the Predators when they were desperate and losing greatly of things that they clearly did. You there was one they didn't even play the replay because they're just gonna be mad because he totally did what
Right.
And the fans just yell, and they're so mad at the refs. And I'm like, they made a really good call. Just leave them alone.
Well,
I just don't understand.
Bubby's got good experience with this because he has the cheater refs on his side as a Chiefs fan. And so even though they get all the calls, they still complain and say that somehow the refs are out to get them, even though they're handing them the game 9/10 of the games. Isn't that right, Bub?
Not true. Not true at all.
Mahomes' best friend is a referee. That's all I'm saying.
Not true.
So they're just mad because they're making, they're like, that guy, check that guy right into the third row, right over top of the glass. And they're like, boo, no, he didn't. He went over there by himself.
Yeah, or there was one where one of the Predators guys clearly tripped another guy, just stuck his stick out and just hooked his ankle and yanked him down.
Right.
And everyone's like, no, he didn't even touch him. He was going for the puck. I was like, the puck was not there at any point in any of that.
That's how you are. If you're a fan of that team, you don't believe your team could do any wrong. They are the golden children. Yeah.
You know what? If you want to be helpful, then you tell them, give them helpful advice. Like wait until the puck is near you and then pull his ankle out from under him.
Stop cheating. Or maybe right? don't flop out of bounds. Better,
right?
Don't try to draw a penalty by flopping out of bounds, Mahomes. Bub's getting mad over here.
Stop relating it to my Chiefs.
Well, I'm sure they're just the same.
All right, Amanda, I'm going to need your advice on this one. Have I told the story of going to the amateur league hockey night?
Yes.
Okay. And seeing the guy getting thrown out of the game twice?
I think so.
I don't remember it.
Okay.
I've drank since then. So.
Okay. I'm going to tell it anyway because we're talking about hockey.
Okay.
Drink.
Drink, if I have told this story before, for you new listeners, and we got a lot of listeners from around the world coming in right now.
Awesome.
Like 30 different countries we got people from right now. It's weird.
That's great.
So welcome from all the foreign lands. And
it's all fish and chips.
It's all fish and chips. Canada's been tuning in here. We got a lot of new states, so it's exciting to have a bunch of new people listening to the podcast. Went to an amateur hockey game once. And there's a delay of game because they had broken one of the panes of glass around the hockey rink, and they had to replace it before they could continue the game because obviously it is not safe to just be sitting there without any glass in front of you because you'd take a hockey puck straight to the teeth. So they're taking a long time replacing this glass, and everybody's getting fidgety and a little antsy, and the guys are out there kind of skating around, and they get into it and they start fighting, and the goalie skates over to the other goalie and they get in a fight. Like they didn't like each other. Just because, because there's nothing better to do right now. And so they go at it and they start wailing on each other. And eventually the referees break them up and they kick the goalie for the team I am there to see. I don't even remember the name of the team anymore. Richmond something, I think. Anyway, they kick him out of the game. He's been expelled from the game. And so order is restored. They put in the backup goalie. And we're still waiting for that glass, and we're still waiting for that glass, and we're still waiting for that glass. And those guys are just skating around, and we're still waiting. And finally, they get back into it again, and they're fighting again. And out of the locker room comes the goalie. He's got no shirt on, just his bottom, his pants, his big patty pants, and his skates. And he skates back out and gets right back in it with that other goalie. And gets thrown out of the game a second time. That's the first time I've ever seen somebody get thrown out of a game twice.
That's funny.
But anyway, they eventually get the glass fixed, and the game goes on, and it's real boring after that because all the good fighting is already done.
Right.
So.
And the goalie's kicked out. He's not coming back.
You can't say that. He already came back once. He might just skate back in there in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
I'm going to be the next guy. I'm going to come out here with 4 hockey sticks and whoop all of you. So, yeah, that happened. So you saw the game. Would you have good seats up front?
They were pretty good. Yeah. We were probably like 7 rows up, maybe.
Oh, that's pretty good then. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to be way up at the top because that puck is little and it's hard to see when you're way at the top.
Yeah.
But if you're down there where you can see it and everybody's like yelling and pounding on the glass and stuff, that's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
And the Predators
I'll always go see a hockey game.
They got good chance. Good Predator chance.
Yeah, I guess. Some of them I'm like, I don't know what they're saying. But they're all right. Okay. It's an entertaining city, so they do a really good job of it making it an entertaining game. Like, I went to a Blues game, I think, last year, and I was like, this game is boring. Like, right. there's no real in-between stuff, or, like, the fans weren't super into it. And
did they have a pep band?
Predators are... What?
Did the Predators have a pep band?
No, but they have a live band that performs between the periods.
Oh, fancy.
So that's fun, yeah.
Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
Reba McEntire. Yep.
Yep.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Sure, with Vanilla Ice.
They're not a band.
What?
They play musical instruments. They're
okay.
Teenage Mutant Turtles went off the rails after a while, and they did all kinds of crazy stuff.
Have they ever toured?
I'm going to almost guarantee you that they have toured as some sort of pretend band, but mostly just ninja kicking and flipping. And it's like Ice Capades, but not. It's like when you when you go see Bluey. When Bluey comes to your town, I'm going to guarantee there was a Ninja Turtles version of that.
Yep.
I did not go see it, but I kind of want to now. Me and Bubby will go see it if it comes to our town.
You bet.
We went to, this is a couple years ago, we went to one of the Major League Soccer games up in, who's got the team here? Kansas City.
Yep.
So I got a big old stadium for that thing too, right?
Yep.
And
that's a good time.
I'll tell you what, I don't care for soccer, right? Soccer's kind of boring.
Yeah, I don't like.
A lot of running up and down. But over in what I will refer to as the end zone, because it's not an end zone, but it's on the side of the field where the goalie is and where the goal is where all the like rowdy drunk like super fans sit. And they got drums, and they got flags, and they got chants, and they got all kinds of things. And these wild animals also brought like fireworks and like flares, smoke bombs, and they were just going nuts over on the side. I was like, I want to go sit with those guys. I mean, this is fine and all, but I want to get down there and I want to learn all the crazy ass chants and bang on the drum and throw freaking smoke bombs over the wall, which is what they were doing. At one point, they had to stop the game because there was too much smoke, and somebody went over there and told them to cut it out.
Games are so much better with drunk people,
right?
Drunk girls in front of you.
Oh well, me and Bobby saw that one girl roll down the.
I don't think drunk girls are fun.
But
They're too much.
Bubby and I saw one drunk girl when we went and saw Kansas City and Washington play once. And she stood up to yell at the people behind her and then lost her balance and rolled down like 4 aisles over top of everybody in front of her. So, it depends on which side of the people who got rolled over are probably not having a lot of fun.
She was so entertained.
But me and Bubby enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So, kind of 6-1.
So I guess you're not going to the Super Bowl because your team's not in it.
I'm not going to the Super Bowl because the cheapest tickets to the Super Bowl are $8,000 a ticket.
They must have gone up because I saw 5,000.
Yeah, they're up to 8 now.
Was the nosebleed section?
Yeah, that's the nosebleed now. 12 is in like the middle.
Wow.
And I'm like, who has
the money for that?
That kind of money just to throw away on a game?
No.
Plus, you got to get down there. Plus, them hotels ain't cheap right now, especially in New Orleans.
Nah. Flights. You ain't get a flight. You got to drive. Them flights are already booked. Well, they did say they were adding more flights.
Okay.
A lot of the companies said that.
$8,000. So you got to take you got to take somebody with you. You don't want to go by yourself. So now you're $16,000.
Mm-hmm.
Holy hell! I could buy a car for that. Go watch Chiefs win again. So
it's the Eagles.
The Eagles.
They won 55-23.
Yeah, well, we gave them a lot of help on that one. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Real true.
All right, so Amanda, anything fun after the games? You guys go out and do some looting and rioting like the Eagles fans did?
No, I went home and went to bed.
All right, probably the best call there, especially for a Predators game. You don't normally see, like, even in the Stanley Cup one, you rarely see them like looting and rioting for a hockey team. You're just tired by the end of that season so long. It's like baseball. You're like, ugh, are we done yet? Is this game over yet?
105th game.
Yeah, exactly. We've been mathematically eliminated for 6 months, but we keep showing up and playing. So,
well, it was weird. There were so many Sharks fans there. I'm like, are all of you local, or did you travel to this game?
It's a Grateful Dead situation where they're just piling into RVs and following them around the country.
I guess so.
Well, there was a surprising number of Washington fans that one time Bubby and I went to the Chiefs when they were playing the Chiefs, and that's a 16-hour drive from there to here. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, I get that a little more because it's not like a series either. Like, there was a whole week of games. There was 4 games or whatever. So
yeah, for the hockey, yeah.
Yeah. So,
well, I mean, Nashville.
And then I think they were traveling. They were traveling to California. The Predators were.
Oh, okay. Well, let's look.
After that.
I had their schedule pulled up here just a moment ago because I was looking for that game. They're playing the Canucks tomorrow.
That's when I saw them play last year.
Okay. They played the Ducks.
That's who they were playing, yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
No, you saw the Sharks though, so it was either a 6-5 game or a 5-7 game. Those were those two games.
But it's the one that the Predators won. Did they win 2?
Yeah, they won both of those games. They beat the Sharks 5-7, and then they beat the Sharks 6-5.
Well, I saw the last one, so it must have been 6-5.
There you go. And then they play Canucks, and then they go into the Sabres and the Pittsburgh Penguins. See, that's the thing is with Nashville. Like, that's like you want to travel to Nashville. I don't want to travel to Pittsburgh.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
I don't want to travel to Pittsburgh. I don't want to travel to wherever the Sabres are playing, probably. The Devils. That's New Jersey. I definitely don't want to go there. So, sorry, Carol. I mean, I'll go to see friends, but I don't want to go see friggin' Predators play the Devils. I'll tell you that right now.
No.
All right, well, that's exciting, man. Getting into sports. That's more than me and Bubby, man. We just sat at home and watched. I watched one game, and then I was sad through a second game. I had lost my will to eat and live, and it was disappointing.
I had a nice nap during the Eagles game.
Did you now?
Yeah.
You went to sleep
After
and
about
woke up and they were up 30 points. You're like, oh, well, I guess this game's over.
Well, no, they were up, and then I went to sleep because I knew that Washington wasn't coming back. So I woke up and they'd scored another 20 points, like 55. I'm like, what?
I'm going to fight Bubby in the parking lot after this freaking podcast, just in case anybody cares.
So I'm in your driveway.
Nope, I'm actually going to go out into the parking lot where he is and fight him over there, so they get it on camera. Well, the cops got. I want to tell them what happened. They're not going to be on my side though, unfortunately, because this is Missouri.
Chiefs country.
Bubby's got a shirt on. I don't have no shirt on, so. I had a couple food experiences this week, Bubby, to change the topic.
Yeah, I noticed the picture.
We went. So I had some coupons from like Christmas or some holiday or some gift someone gave me. And I had two $10 coupons, 2 chicken salad chick. Okay?
I'm sorry. What?
Bobby, have you been to Chicken Salad Chicks?
I'm not gay.
Oh,
No, I just don't like chicken salad.
Okay.
That's all.
So we
I
said...
know she went with Scott again.
Yeah.
You always go to lunch with Scott?
Yeah, usually.
All right.
So how did you notice that?
Picture.
Oh, that's today. That's a different picture.
Oh, that's not chicken. Okay.
That's not Chicken Salad Chick. We're going to get into that in a minute.
Oh. I was hoping that was it.
No, we went... No.
No picture?
No.
Okay.
But I'll set the scene for you, okay?
Go.
We go to the Chicken Salad Chick. This is in a strip mall here in town, and it's a fancier strip mall over there by where the buffet place used to be. Heritage Cafe. Yep. So we roll in because I got coupons, and we're going to go use the coupons, right?
All right.
So we roll in. I'm going to say the average age of clientele in there is around 50. And it is a 50-year-old country club white lady. Okay. That is the majority of the people who are in there. And they're wearing nice blouses and pearls and have the hair
dressed up to go
did
out.
up. This is a meet and greet kind of place, I feel like. So we walk in and there are, I would say 85 to 90% of the people in there are women. Okay. And then there are some husbands sitting at the table with their wives. And then there's one table of 3 dudes, okay, who look very out of place. And I imagine look exactly as the 3 of us who went to go eat at Chicken Salad Chick looked when we walked in. And this place is packed, like to the gills. Every seat, every chair, take it. And there's a line. I'm like, what is happening around here? Coupons. I got coupons, but I don't think everybody else has coupons. So we get in the line and I'm looking at the thing, and you pick out which type of chicken salad you want. They've got a bunch. The basic chicken salad is called the Carol. Carol. Drink. And then I got the one with the onions, which they very specifically say, this is the only one with onions. So if you want onions, you got to get this one. I'm like, okay. And I think Scott got like the pimento cheese one. And then Dylan was with us from my work as well. And he got like the tuna melt. or chicken salad melt, not tuna, chicken salad. We're sticking with the theme here. And you can just get a scoop of it, or you can get it on some bread. I got it on a croissant. Okay, and you get a drink. So we get up there, and I said, well, I want to try one of the other flavors too, so I'll get another scoop because it's only like $1 or $2 more to add another scoop. And I got a coupon, so I can afford to try this out. So I go, can I get a scoop of this thing here? And they go, oh, it's Customer Appreciation Day. You get a free scoop anyway of the Carol. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm having that then, aren't I? This now explains why this place is packed to the gills.
Right.
Is because it's Customer Appreciation Day, and we's all getting free scoops of chicken salad. So I get that, and I get my order, and I'm first of the three of us, and I turn around and realize there are no seats or tables or anything available in this place, and I've got it for here, and all I got is a number and a cup. I also asked for the small drink, and he hands me a big old cup, and I go, I asked for the small. He goes, they're all the same price, which I believe means I'm not messing with this today. Everybody's getting a big.
Everybody's getting the same thing,
and you're getting charged for the big because I'm not. It's not today, buddy. So I'm like, okay, sure. So I got the big. And I'm looking around, and I'm like, I don't know what to do here. And the three guys who I saw when we came in are still sitting at that table. And they see me looking around, and they kind of wave at me, and I kind of wave back, and they wave me over. And they get up and leave so that I can have the table. Because they saw what I imagine they had been just like a half hour before.
Right.
So we sit down. And we wait for our food, and it shows up, and it's very lovely. You get the sandwich with garnishes and silverware and a little scoop on the side, and they give you a little cookie to go with it.
Ooh.
It's very fancy. And we ate all the chicken salad chick, and I went, I have now eaten a chicken salad chick, and I'm pretty sure I'm good now. I don't need to come back here ever again. And so we quietly picked up our things and left. As we're walking out the door, I don't even know how to describe this young gentleman. He is eating with his girlfriend. He is probably 20. He has on trucker hat, perched precariously on top of his head, like not pulled down, just perched up there. Oakleys, the super shiny, like gold Oakleys, you know? Mm-hmm. So you can't see through from the other side at all. Perched on top of that, and then just a mass of hair underneath that. And I was like, good on you. I don't know what you're doing over here, but good on you. And he's got a girlfriend, so it must be working, whatever it is he's doing. But I was like, we got to go. And we just packed it up and got the heck out of there. So
could have been Samson.
Don't know. But he had a lot of hair, that young gentleman. So good on him for that. So then today, we go to Omo. Do you know what Omo is, Bobby?
No.
So Omo, man, have you ever been to Omo?
Yes, I love Omo.
Okay. So Omo is a little tiny place over in Chesterfield Village. I say is, and we're going to get to that in a second. And they had like bento boxes and like ramen and like rice bowls and curry, that kind of stuff. Okay. Japanese, pretty good food. Not too pricey, but decent. So I don't know. Have we talked about the list of food places at work?
Yes.
Okay. So we had it on the list previous to this point, but we're calling it the wrong thing. We wanted to go to Omo. We ended up at a different place that is also in Chesterfield Village and realized that was not the place we wanted to go. So we had to cross them off the list and wait around for Omo to come back up. So almost finally on the list, finally we're in the rotation. We're back to Omo. So we go to Omo. And it's just me and Scott, who you guys all met on the last episode.
Yep.
And we walk up to the front door, and there's a sign on like every one of their doors that says, "We moved in October." And I went, "Oh, it's been a hot minute since I've been here, apparently."
Right.
And so we look up the address. It's like 3 buildings down. We're like, "Oh, we'll just walk over there then." So we walk over there. This other place, if it sat 20 people, 25 people maybe, it was doing good. Like they was packed out, right? This is the old place. The new place is huge. It's like 4 big rooms. You could probably get, 60 people in there, would be my guess. Mm-hmm. It's all decked out. They got lanterns, and they got big cat statues, because that's like their mascot is the lucky cat. So it's all decked out, right?
Oh, I see it in the background.
Yep. We'll post that picture. We're going to get to that thing in here in a second. So we sit down, and we're like, oh, okay, it's busy in there. It's not like packed out, but it's busy. So we sit down, and the young lady comes and takes our drink order, and we're kind of going over the menu. As we're sitting there, I notice sneaking up behind Scott is a little robot, a little cat-eared, cat-faced robot. It's just wandering up towards our table. I'm like, oh, this is exciting. I don't know what's happening, but I like Cat Robot. So Cat Robot pulls right up to our table and says, here's your drink order. And then has our drinks just sitting on his little back there. And so Scott grabs our little drinks and he goes, thank you. And off Cat Robot goes, right?
Right.
And I'm like, that's fun. They serve the food. The little Cat Robot brings it out. That's exciting. We then proceed to order. The tables around us have all ordered. Tables around us are getting food. We're getting food. That cat robot doesn't come back, Bubby.
No.
I never saw that cat robot again. Like literally, it came out, dropped off our drinks, and left, and was never seen again. I don't think anybody else got anything delivered to them by the cat robot. We looked as we were leaving, could not find the cat robot, did not see the cat robot anywhere. I began to wonder if the cat robot was real or had I imagined the little tiny cat robot.
How many gummies did you take last night?
Luckily, I had taken a picture of the cat robot to prove to you and everyone else that the cat robot does exist.
Yeah.
But that cat robot never showed back up, dude. It was just ghost town. And we were like, hey,
we're take a break.
I guess so. He's on break. He's out back smoking. We should have gone out back and looked for him.
He had to charge his battery.
Right? But I didn't see him deliver anybody else's drinks. I didn't see him deliver any food. There's like 4 waitresses in this place, and they're all, delivering food. And they all have like kimono style, like outfits on and stuff. No cat robot. So 2 questions. Was Cat Robot real? Probably, because I have a picture of him. Did Cat Robot work at the Omo, or did he sneak in off the street? That's my real question. It's like, does he not even belong there, and he just picked up some drinks and happened to get the right table? Don't know. But kind of wish I had a cat robot, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because he's pretty cool. And I love when I see a robot anywhere we go.
Yeah.
Like those ones that deliver food around campuses and stuff, those little squat cooler looking ones.
I saw one of those about a week or 2 ago stuck in the snow. It was on the sidewalk.
Oh, yeah, they got
wheels
troubles.
were just spinning.
So eventually somebody will come along, give them a little push, and they'll get back on track.
Yeah.
The Rapid Roberts in Branson, right there on 76, where you get off 65 onto 76 there.
Yeah.
There's a gas station right there. They have a little tiny one that is like a floor cleaner, but it looks like a mop bucket. Like it's about the size of a mop bucket, just driving around cleaning the floors. And then they got those big old ones at like Sam's and Walmart.
Right.
That somebody could ride, but they don't. They just have that thing just out cleaning floors and stuff.
I've seen people driving them.
Have you? I've only ever seen it just out
recently,
and about on its own.
Yeah. Archie's Italian Eatery used to have a robot that would bring you your food.
Did it?
Yep.
Fancy.
It's not there anymore.
Amanda?
Does the little floor cleaner robot? So I've seen one of those at Quick Trip, and that one, it sounds like a she. I don't know what she is, but it sounds like she. She says, watch out. I'm right behind you. I'm cleaning the floor. And I love it.
I've not heard the little one talk. I know the big one at Sam's does talk because it has, because I have been in its way before and it has asked me to scoot, get out of the way because it's trying to clean.
Oh.
But no, I love any of those. Like, I want to see more robots just out there doing stuff. I got one in my house but as we've discussed previous, it is dumb as hell. I just found it coiled up here with the power for the console and stuff. It tried to destroy the podcast before I got home. So
ours doesn't work anymore. It's just, it won't take a charge. Like the battery can't get it to, I guess, get on the post right. Charging post.
You had to clean off all those little.
I did.
All the little charging points on the robot and the base.
Yeah, I did. It just.
Your battery might be dead too. You can replace that battery. It's not terrible. It's like
it wasn't that old though.
15 screws or something. I took mine apart once, like all the way to the bits and pieces. I took it as much apart as I could to clean it out.
mean, I think it's just over a year old, and it hasn't worked in months.
What is it? A Roomba?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my KK had a Roomba that she gave to me because it wouldn't take a charge, and I messed with it for a while, and I looked to get a new battery, and then I was like, the battery's almost as much as getting a new robot, so we just got a Shark one instead. Like I said, dumb, but it does the job. She always yelling for help. Help! I'm stuck on a thing.
Yeah.
Please check my brush tray. There's something going on in there, and you pick it up, and it's a cat toy or a sock or whatever.
Our recliner's just like yours, and that space on the backside.
Can she get back there?
It'll go back there.
Yeah. See, we put that table there to keep her from getting back there because I've had to fish her out from back there, and it's a real pain in the butt to fish her out. Man, you got robots running around in your house?
Nope.
That's why I should have got Amanda. I should have got her a robot.
I'm a robot-free home.
Not like a cleaning robot, just like a robot like a cat robot that just goes around and knocks things off of counters.
I want one so bad for my office. Like All right, we know. I want a pet robot for my office, real bad. Yeah, I just want one like that, or like a cat or a dog.
Okay.
All
right.
Just a little buddy for work.
Okay. I'm going to tease something now. We have been sent a package with gifts inside.
Oh.
How exciting.
But I need to get the podcast members all in the same room. I would like to get all of us in the same room to distribute the packages so that everyone gets their
I should be there next week.
present at the same time. I will see if we can round up our lost member, and because he also has a gift in that box as well. So, but I just want to tease that because I know the person who sent that is listening, and I want them to know that we do appreciate the gift, and I want to make a hoopla of it when we do open the box. So I'm excited for that.
Yay. Like gifts.
Yeah. Bobby, what's been going on with Parker? You mad at Parker still because he wrecked the car? Did you get that fixed?
No, I'm ignoring it.
Like just going to drive around without a rear view mirror?
If you don't see it, then it didn't happen, right?
I'm not sure the police will agree with you on that when you get pulled over.
It'll go away.
It will eventually fall off, more than likely. Yes.
No, I'm not.
Just not on the agenda at the moment.
No, we have other pressing stuff right now. But
all right,
Parker's just a pain. Just
get him out there washing that car, earn the money to replace that mirror.
And I know everyone's gonna say typical teenager. But the problem is he doesn't want to go to bed at night, and I'm fine with that.
Him and my wife.
I'm fine as long as he's quiet and doesn't keep us awake if we want to go to sleep. But it's not like that. It's stomp through the house.
Taking up the quad drums like in the marching band.
It's just, and he's got this stupid routine he has to do, which he has to talk as loud as he can.
No, that's part of the routine, Bubby.
Just
get out there and do it with him. Get it over with.
Yeah, so it's just...
What happens if you do the routine? Is that good enough?
No, I've tried speeding it up,
no, you just got to do
going.
it.
I'll start it, and he'll go, no, I have to do it. Stop.
Well, what if you do it and then he does it?
No.
What if you take turns?
He'll do it on when he wants to do it.
What if you guys took turns? So you do one, then he does one, then you do one, then he does one.
I haven't tried that.
Make it a family affair. Get your wife in on this too.
I should probably try that.
I don't know if that is good advice in any way whatsoever.
Probably not.
I am not.
I think that's just going to make it more. I think you're just going to end up doing more.
Yeah, probably.
It'll make it longer.
Maybe, but then Bubby's at least participating. He's part of it. So
I don't want to be.
I don't want to be part of it.
No, not that crazy.
All right. Well, good luck, Parker.
I'm sure it could be worse, but.
You gotta get him out. Gotta get the boy a paper route or something. Start paying for that busted mirror on the side of the car.
Right, something.
I tell you what, if I busted it, my dad would have been like, "You gonna get that thing fixed, boy." So,
I think next semester they may find him some job to do. I'm not sure.
Okay, get him over at Mercy.
I'll let you know. They
got a program over there where we can work in the like the cafeteria and stuff. They teach you all kinds of work skills.
Well, we know it's not going to be in the laundry because he hates doing laundry.
Right. There's that. I'll make him one of my interns over the summer. That'll be fun for everybody.
Yeah, let me know how that goes.
All right. Would you ever do an internship, Bubby?
No, I haven't.
You just
straight up jobs.
Just got a job and just started doing it, right?
Yeah, we're I had jobs in the '80s, so
right.
No
working at Toys R Us.
No internships back then. Just did a job.
I mean, they had internships. We just weren't the like kind of people who were getting internships back then. You know, that was for like rich people back in the day.
Sure.
You had some guy your dad knew some dude at a bank, and they could get you an internship working at the bank. I got a job at Toys R Us stocking shelves. That's not a skilled position.
Did you really?
Yeah. Have I not talked about that? That was like my first job ever.
No.
I
didn't know that.
This job was so terrible. It was my first real job.
It's Toys R Us. What do you mean awful?
I worked the overnight shift. Okay.
You got to play with all the toys.
No. Let me explain to you this job. I worked the overnight shift at Toys R Us. Okay. So first of all, let's just set the scene of a Toys R Us. Fluorescent lighting.
Right.
As bright as the sun. Okay.
Right.
Humming with that nice hum.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the smell of plastic outgassing.
What?
All that plastic toys, all that plastic packaging, all emitting that outgassing plastic smell. There is a very distinct smell.
Okay.
To a Toys R Us. And about week 4, you really start noticing that smell. There's like 4 or 5 of us working this overnight shift. Okay. It started at like 11 at night and went to like 7 in the morning. Okay. I would go and they would have either things on the dock that had to get put on the shelves or things on the shelves that you had to box up and put back on the dock so they could go elsewhere. And there was somebody who just gave you the list, and then your job was to go around and put the things away or collect the things and put them on a pallet. And then you couldn't leave. Like you couldn't go out. Not that there was anything open at 2:30 or 3 in the morning when your lunch break was, but you couldn't leave the store because it was all locked up. So you had to bring your lunch with you and eat your little sad lunch in the little sad break room at the Toys R Us. And I worked that job for like, I don't know, a month and a half maybe. And then my family was like, we're going to Disney World. And I was like, I'm quitting this job and going with you. And I quit that job and went to Disney World because that was way better than that job.
But you had all the toys.
Oh, you can play with it. And it's all packaged up, you know. I mean, I guess you could like find a bike and ride that around if you wanted to. But I'm sure they're just going to yell at me for doing that.
I'm sure cameras are everywhere.
Cameras are everywhere, yeah. So that was like my first big boy job, and it was terrible. That was like right out of high school before I started college, like that next that fall.
All right.
I was also growing the mustache at that time as well. You know that first mustache you grow where that thing doesn't fill in real good, and it's not a good look.
That's where Parker's at now.
Oh yeah, how's that mustache coming? Not Tom Selleck yet.
Still hasn't shaved it at all.
Good for him. Grow that mustache out, boy. Come on. Eventually, it'll grow in and you look like Tom Selleck.
His sideburns are coming in better than
the mustache is.
Yeah.
You've never grown a beard, have you?
Oh yeah.
I've never seen you with a beard, Bubby.
I'm sure you have.
In the 20 some odd years I've known you,
there was a season I grew a beard. I know it worked.
I do not remember. Amanda, do you remember this?
I don't, but he's told us that before, but I don't remember.
I'm going to need you to post a picture of this,
right.
You with a beard.
I have pictures.
All right. I saw the one winter, Bubby might remember this, Amanda, you too. I decided I just wasn't going to trim up my beard anymore. I was done. I was just going to see how big that thing would get. And it got unreasonably large, my beard did, to the point where like there was always like stuff in it. And I was like, ugh, and I finally just shaved it all off. But I haven't been without a beard probably since the 90s, would be my guess. Man, are you pro or against beard in general?
We've already talked about this. In general, I don't like them.
Okay, that's fine.
At all.
So, Bubby, you're ahead on the game here with Amanda ahead of me because I've got the beard. So that's negative points for me. You looking for that picture?
I'm looking to see if I have it on my Facebook.
Okay. Well, Bubby scrolls his Facebook. How else was the rest of your trip, man? Did you have a good time? Did you meet any celebrities?
Yeah, it was good. It's exhausting.
Travel always
but
is.
It was fine. Yeah. It was fine. Nothing exciting.
Okay. How'd that Jeep work out? Good traveling vehicle?
Yeah, it was fine. It was better than I thought. It's not the most comfortable, but it was fine.
Did you get ducked by anybody while you're out there?
No, I ignored a lot of waves, so.
It's the cult. You gotta, if you're gonna be in
the person I was with was even like, people are doing the Jeep wave at you, and I was like, they can keep doing it.
You should have just assigned them the task of waving back. Like, I know you're in charge of waving back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the passenger's job. Navigation and waving back. You don't navigate that way anymore. Nobody navigates that way anymore. Like having the person in the passenger seat do something.
Not unless something awful happens.
Yeah, unless you're out like in the middle of the woods and there ain't no cell signal anymore. We did that once on a float trip. Me and a friend of the podcast, Jane. We got out where there was no cell service at all, and we just kept driving and hoping for the best. And we did eventually wander into the place we were looking for, but I think Nana was with us on that one too. We should get Nana on the podcast. Nana, if you're listening to the podcast, call us up. You're getting on the podcast. So, all right, folks. I think that's going to do it for us this week. We've got big doings coming up here soon, so keep tuned in for the big surprise reveal and some other stuff. Tyler might be coming back here soon as well, so a lot of things coming up. If you enjoyed the podcast and you'd like to write in and let us know, or let us know that you hated it, or if you got any questions or quizzes or anything else you'd like for us, you can write us at itsallfishandchips@gmail.com. Amanda's keeping a close eye on that email address and letting us know all the fun things that come in there. Check us out on our website, itsallfishandchips.com, or over on the Facebook groups. It's All Fish and Chips Facebook group or Facebook page. There's a link to the group, so don't worry about that. I'm thinking about moving that thing to something else. I just haven't figured out where we're going to go yet. Something a little more friendly to the experience, but we'll figure that out as we go. Check us out on YouTube. All the episodes are posted there, and you can listen to us there as well. And if you'd like to be a friend of the podcast, just like Carol and Anthony and Ed and Sarah and KK and Jordan. Hey, I did it. I remembered them all. You can check us out over at Patreon. It's only $3 a month. Not very expensive at all, and helps us defray some of the costs of the podcast and so on and so forth. So you can check out our TikTok if it's still active. I don't know if it's even out there anymore after the whole TikTok shenanigans. We don't post much over there. Or Instagram. That one's just abandoned. We just abandoned that one. I'll admit that openly. Having said all of that, my name's Thor.
Bubby.
Bye.
Bye. And remember, folks, no matter what you got going on in your life, it's all fish and chips.